if that's working. Let's see if that audio worked. Yep. Now if I bring up the game. Let's see if that worked. Okay, looks like that's working. Let's go like this so I can. All right. Well, hello. Just trying a little bit of a stream, thinking about doing some more of these. We'll see what we get up to today. I'm going to start until some people start showing up, just playing the game Hourglass. This is a PC game, and I am streaming it through to my my Linux setup. So this should be not my Linux setup, my Mac setup. So this should be interesting. Using Moonlight / Sunshine. So anyhow, welcome. This is a pretty interesting game. It used time travel as a technique to help yourself get through puzzles. Time permitting, I may talk about some of my thoughts about the recent WWDC that just happened. So in the meantime, why don't we jump into the game for a little bit and we'll see what we get up to. Let's actually jump back here for a second. Don't know why that's like that. There we go. Maybe close that part. UT, that's better. Sorry, just messing with OBS here. And let's switch back here. All right. Probably going to be some latency here, but that's fine for a game like this. Okay, so I need to go into here, press this button. Okay. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I gotta get over here as fast as I can. So I need to delay. I need to delay a little bit before I get onto the platform. Hey, we got somebody watching. Welcome. Okay, so I gotta try this again, so that didn't work. So the objective here is this is a puzzle game, and I gotta figure out how to use essentially time travel to help myself get to where I want to get to. So I'm trying to get across to the other side of this platform, and I can move that. So if I go through here, time will travel. So first, before I do that, I'm going to press this button, bring that back here. Okay, beauty. And now I want to go through here, and this time I'm going to give myself a few seconds. There we go. And okay, so that's the action is recorded. Now I gotta get over here before I press the button. Oh, barely made that. Nice. Okay, so I got a cross. Perfect. All right. Similar kind of thing here. I need to put an object on here. Okay, so I see. I gotta get over. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm trying to get up there. Interesting. Okay, so we have a box over here. We can grab that. Grab that. And I'm not sure what's going to happen when I put this on the platform. Ah, okay. It's easy. Easier than I thought. Now, well. Oh, I see. Okay, so we've got a time travel door here. So what I need to do is I need to run through there, take that off so that this will go back up. And then after I record that action, I'm going to come back here and stand on this here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's go over here. Take it off. Boom. Oh, I can hit R to end the recording. Oh, okay, that makes it a little faster. So I've recorded my action. Boom. Now I get to go up here. Now, where do I want to go? Okay, so... Oh, I remember this one. Okay, so we're going to pull this cube. Because it's too high to jump on this. Just straight from the floor. So what we need to do is, I remember this on my first playthrough, this is like the moment that I was sold on this. Oh, I didn't do it well enough. That's not gonna work. Yeah, because I didn't get it far enough. That's fine. Okay, so let's move it back. Okay. Can I actually just... Oh, maybe I can just do it from the side. Okay. Because I just thought it was so cool that I'm helping myself, right? Helping myself through time. Okay. I'm not too confident about that. Okay. Boom. Beauty. Oh, I messed it up. I messed it up. Okay, I gotta do that again though, because I didn't jump on it fast enough. Maybe I can give myself a little bit of a delay. Little bit of a delay this time. I think I need to move this down so I stop looking over here. Let's move this over here. I'm generally looking in the direction of the camera. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. So I think what I need to do is boom. Give myself a little delay. It's all about timing this game. Most games are, I guess. There we go. I think we got it this time. Let's go. Hey, all right. Boom. Beauty. Okay. Oh, this is a hard one. This might be the furthest I ever got. I can't remember if I passed this the first time I was playing through. Man, the camera is so close to me right now. Let's try to fix that. Yeah, I feel like this is super close. Let's just do this instead. Okay. Remember, this is very multi-step. I got a button here. I think that button, it moves. Oh, you can't even see what I'm seeing. Hold on a second here. I don't know why you can't see what I'm seeing. Weird. There we go. That was weird. Okay. Hey, welcome, watcher. Why don't you drop in the chat where you're watching from, and if you're, what was the first video you watched on my channel? How about that? Oh, you're gone. That's fine. I'm literally just having fun playing this game. If anybody joins, they join. If they don't, they don't. That's fine. Okay, so I think first... Oh, okay, I remember this. Yeah, because I need to be able to press the button to bring myself back. So let's think this through. This is a logic game more than an action game. So if I press this, this goes way over there. If I press this, it comes back. I wonder if I can just like... No, I can't. I can't like stop it in place, so... How do I do this? Okay, we'll just try something. And then we go up. Oh, how am I gonna press this button, man? In time? I'm not gonna make it. Can I jump up here? Gotta be a faster way. Oh, well, I guess I'm already here. There's no way I'm gonna make it. How am I gonna do that? Oh, I think I need to just start on top, hit the button, jump. Oh yeah, okay, so let's hit the button. Boom. Now we're on the platform. Now we can grab the cube. Oh, that, it went back. That's interesting. Oh, I see. And then that just puts it on the platform. So now I can just go back. And I can press the button, and then I'll bring the cube over. And then I can use the cube for things. It's probably a platform I have to open up with there. Okay, let's take this. Go up here. Beauty. Get to the next space. Okay, there's a cube back. Oh, that's where we just came from. Duh. Okay, we just saved a checkpoint. Oh, okay, so that's where we need to go, because that's the echoes of our father. Take this. And what happens when we put this? Well, nothing, because we put it in the wrong spot. So let's put it there for a second. I think that's going to make this go across there, which feels like exactly what we want. Yeah, oh, okay, except there's no time to get there. So, right, so what we need to do is we need to find oh, fall in the water. Okay. So, interesting. Need to get to the other side. I made it. Okay. What does this do? How is that helpful? Ah, okay. I see. Because I'm going to need to bring the cube over here. Okay, so let's go like this. Okay, boom. Let's get a running start here. Okay. Okay, now I have my cube. What do I have my cube for? What do I have my cube for? Okay, because oh. So I can jump here. Right. Got it. Okay, so what I need to do is then, I need to record an action where I place the cube on this platform so that this moves up here. Yeah. Hey, welcome. Just playing through this game, Hourglass. And I am possibly going to talk about some of my thoughts on the WWDC announcements later when and if there's a few more people in here. But welcome. Thanks for joining. If you've seen my videos before, let me know what was the first or favorite video that you watched and where you might be watching from. Okay, so the object of this game, if you've just joined us, is and hello to, I apologize, I don't know how to read Cyrillic, but to say your name there, but thank you for joining in there. Okay, so what did I do with it? Okay, so I need to run, yeah. So I need to record an action using this door. I need to grab, once I do, I need to grab this cube down here, and I need to, wow, how am I even gonna do that? Okay, I just walk across, yeah. I can just walk across this steps down there to the platform. Yeah, let's just try it. Okay, boom, recording an action. Fast as we can, which is unfortunately not very fast. Okay, so that's our action recorded. Now we gotta run over here, jump, and stand on the platform. Oh, I think we're gonna succeed. Yes, all right. So now we can fly across to the top. Follow the echoes of our father. In this game, this person's father is an archaeologist, has disappeared, and we're following in their footsteps using time travel to find them. It's called Hourglass. I got it on Steam for anyone interested. I got it on a sale, I believe. I don't know if you still can, but I got in the past the sort of prologue level, which I believe stops pretty much where I am right now. Fun game, thinking game for sure. So now, sorry, some audio latency here. Condor or Condor? Yeah, or Condor like wonder. Condor like Connor, perhaps? Okay, so I can bring any one of these. Let's see. We've got a scarab, an alligator, and a snake. The alligator has a fire tail. That's pretty cool. Oh, I thought this was a button. Okay, I can't open any of those. Well, thanks for joining, Condor. Is that? Oh, yep, that's the echo of our father there. Look, in the blue. So we're going to find out something about our father. Father! Okay, cutscene or something. Let's see. Apologies about the audio latency. It's rough. I gotta adjust that bit rate next time.
Wonder what ancient mystery it may hide. So, if I interpret the symbols correctly, opening the gate has something to do with these missing seals. The rest is harder to decipher. It's strange, but there is something written about a place above the clouds. I guess I'll have to find out what that means.
Indeed, what does that mean?
This whole place looks like a huge mechanism, probably driven by those buttons, but only one seems to work.
I guess the buttons don't work until after you watch the cutscene. Both is good. Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm just trying to interpret the Cyrillic here for a second. I learned a tiny bit about the Cyrillic alphabet because of just family that is Ukrainian, and so I have some family members who can speak some Ukrainian. I am not one of those people, mind you. Okay, so I can't press this button. Oh, so I don't get a choice after here. And so I remember how certain letters are. I think the what looks like a P in English is like an R, right? Am I wrong about that? And that one that sort of looks like an A there, that's like an N, right? Essentially. Ah, from the Steam Deck video. Hey, nice. Slava Ukraine. Well, welcome from Ukraine. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. Definitely in my prayers right now. Everything going on. It's a wild time. Oh, it's the P is an R. Yeah. Got it. Well, welcome, and yeah, it's funny. This Steam Deck video, the Steam Deck video. Again, no hate to the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck video. Bet you this game would be fire on a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck video is one that I kind of filmed at the last minute. Oh, you're a Marine. Oh gosh. Wow. I can't even imagine. That's wow. Again, prayers for you. That's a really tough. I feel like I should say something about that, but I feel like anything that I'm gonna say is gonna be insufficient for the experience that you are experiencing right now. I just can't even imagine. Yeah, that is wild. I really hope things do get better. You really want the Steam machine? Yeah. Yeah, again, reset cube. Oh, that's not what that does. Okay. Interesting. So what was the point of it being on that platform? I'm definitely missing something here. Yeah, the Steam machine is definitely... Yeah, things will get better eventually. The Steam machine is definitely an attractive... Oh, I see. I need to time travel through here, grab the cube, and then place it here. Yeah, I mean, definitely... Oh, that doesn't work. How do I do this? Steam Machine is a cool piece of software, hardware rather, for sure, and it does make things a lot simpler. But definitely, if you have some computer, it's I'm amazed by the number of games that can easily run even on older hardware. I mean, as long as if you're pretty hardcore and you really want those AAA games, it can be challenging. But even the game like this that I'm playing, I can play this on my older laptop, which has a terrible GPU, but it's playable for sure. Yeah, it's funny that Steam video that I did was not actually. So I usually release every 2 weeks. That's just kind of a rhythm that I'm able to keep up with right now. And the Steam one is just some thoughts I had after watching another creator's video, basically saying that he was going to buy a Steam Deck when he had this, like, not a Steam Deck, a Steam Machine, when he already had a Steam Deck, and it just does absolute specced out desktop. And I just thought, what are we doing? What are we doing? And okay, so this is interesting. I can and so it was kind of like a last minute video that I filmed. I didn't even do a ton of editing on it. But it's funny because if you scroll back on the channel posts, like not the videos, but the channel posts. Wait, how does this help me? How does that help me? I gotta think this through. If you scroll back through the channel posts, you'll see that I had a post that's something like, "Oh, I guess I've dropped off," because I hadn't had a video that passed more than like an average of like, what am I thinking here? Like a couple hundred, like 100 views in a while. And I was like, okay, I guess that's it. I guess I've dropped off, And then this video that was like this last minute thing just kind of popped off, which, yeah, you just never know. I mean, I guess the Steam Machine conversation is very timely. So I guess that's kind of where that's popped in. Like I'm not necessarily gaming centric on this channel as much. What am I doing? Oh, I get it. Okay, so I need to reset this, and then I need to reset this. I need to stand on it using the time machine so that I can bring the block with me. I get it now. Yeah, so I don't normally necessarily always talk about games. I just talk about technology. Maybe increasingly more some stuff to do with games, and I'm planning to do more streaming like this too, and that sort of thing. But so it's just interesting to see what resonates with people. I think Linux and Steam, the Steam Machine, which is essentially it is Linux, is a huge conversation for gaming right now. Yeah, the RAM kind of situation is nuts. $1,000 for the Steam Machine feels off because it is. I mean, it is a whole computer, right? Like it's a whole computer, but it's a whole computer, but it's a whole computer marketed at really, in my opinion, the console market. And so I think the pricing needs to be more reflective of console. To be honest, if it were me and I was going to buy Steam hardware, I would get a Steam Deck and then just dock it if I wanted to use it at home, because then I have both options, the portability as well. $1,500. That's wild. Is that 1,500 like Ukrainian dollars? Forgive me if that's not the right terminology, or is that like translated to like like American or something like that. I'm not American, I'm Canadian, but I know that's usually what people default to as an international currency reference. $350 for the Steam controller is madness. No way. I would never. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Maneuver here. So what I want to do is... I keep not thinking this through. Okay, that I did all wrong. Yeah, I did that all wrong. Oh, shoot. I'm stuck, aren't I? Oh, no. Oh, well, that's fine. I'm not stuck. I can just do this again. Okay. So what I need to do is, all I need to do is very simply go over here, pick this up, stand on here. Okay. So now I can go here. And I can go through. Beauty! Haha! So I think what I need to do now is I need this up here so I can jump, boom. American dollars. 1,500 American dollars. That's gotta be like, I don't know, closer to 2,000 Canadian. Because you don't have official stores at Valve. Do they even have, I didn't even know that they had that. Okay, so I think I've had Valve stores. I did not know that that was even a thing. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put this down here. So the idea is I need to bring the block up here. Apologies for the choppy audio. Let me know if that gets irritating. Okay, I see. So I need to... Okay. Need to wait for my past self to put it on there. Beauty. Now I can just bring this up here. Perfect. This is such a cool concept for a game. Okay. And now I gotta go through the time travel door. Put this on here. Oh my goodness. There we go. And then I'll be back here. Let's end the recording. And it's for distribution. Our stores, but it's from Europe, and then brings it to I see. Valve is American, right? I realize that is gonna have a very naive sounding question, but yeah, I guess they're located in the US. Although everything is, I mean, let's be real, everything's made in China, so their distribution, they probably got to bring from there to Europe. Hey, man, long time no see. Thanks for saying hi. You know, I don't think I've ever said your name out loud. Jacques Benhair? Wow, I don't know why I'm saying that like it's French or something. Thanks for joining, though. Just playing through this game, maybe talk about some WWDC thoughts. Sounds like a wrestling thing. I have a plan if Steam Machine will be too expensive. What's your plan? Okay, so I need to give myself a little bit of a buffer time here to stand on the platform. Okay. There. Boom. Okay. There we go. Thank you, past self. See ya. Wait, what just happened? Why am I stuck in the middle? What? Oh, there's two platforms. All right, well, let's fall off. Okay, well, that I did not expect. Let me guess. This one brings the other one the other way. Yup. Okay. So I actually have to... Wow. Okay, so I know what I'll do. So this gives me the buffer time if I do this one first. And... no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's start again. That's Condor. Condor in the chat. Okay, so I have to try this again. So I think the idea is... What I need to do is... Boom. I need to give myself a little second. Boom. And then... Boom. Boom. Nope, that doesn't make sense either. That's not going to work. Yeah. That's not going to work. Wow. Okay. This is a brain teaser. I need to bring this. Oh, it's already here. No, that still doesn't work. Huh. I need them to meet in the middle. So this one. Am I winning? Sort of. This is a time travel puzzle game, essentially. What I need to do is I need to get on this platform. I need my past self to put this block on this platform in time for me to slide out here. Well, also my past self is... Oh, hey, maybe I can do this in steps. Maybe? Maybe I can take this with me. That still doesn't make sense. Like if I did... something like this, and then I go like this. Oh, that might work. No. Yes. Maybe. No. That's... I feel like I might have been on something. My past self has to end up here, maybe. No. Oh, I keep forgetting this. I can use myself as a weight, too. Okay, so what I need... That's right. Yeah. So what I need to do is I put this one on here. And then I just stand on here, and that one will bring the other one. Yes. That's the key that I needed. Oh! Condor, I have some laptops to wait Rampapocalyptic, and when prices go down, I'm just going to make an AMD PC that will be maybe more expensive, but it'll be a long-term PC. I think that's a sensible decision. I think that's a sensible way to go about it. Yeah, more of a... It's more of a long-term fix. Plus, you're gonna have more versatility with a machine like that, I think. I gotta give myself a delay. Okay. Go through here. Wait. Oh my goodness. Let's start again. That was bad. Bad execution. Okay. Let's try this again. Travel through time, wait till it's about a quarter of the way. Okay, and then step on here. Okay, and the recording. Immediately go to the... See you later, Jacques Banher. That's your French name, I guess. Yeah, it's good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Okay, let's try this again. have to go even longer. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, don't jump this time. Okay. Straight to it. Okay. Are you kidding? Ah. Oh. Be 700, 800. That's a way better price. Wait, what am I doing? I just did that wrong. Okay, this will be my last puzzle, and then maybe we'll talk WWDC a little bit. What am I doing? I think I flubbed that. What? I don't think I executed that right. Oh my goodness. This is tricky. Oh, wrong button. Okay. I hit R to end the recording instead of clicking my mouse to let go of the box. Okay, and now we're gonna stand on here, make sure that does the trick. Okay, okay. On the platform. Get on this platform. Booty! We did it. Weak Aura Watch Girls VTuber stream. Strong Aura Watch men and talk about Linux. Hey! There you go. Is there a Linux distribution? I think I'm going to save here. Is there a Linux distribution that you are hoping to run on your system once you get it going? Once you do this dream system? Pull up my thoughts from WWDC. Has it been 2 days since then? Wow. SteamOS, yeah. I don't know if you can just install, can you just install SteamOS now? I think you'd have to go like Bazite or something like that to kind of like get that essential, you know, effect. Ah, you didn't say Arch, by the way. Where's the obligatory Arch, by the way? Let me find my notes here. Well, I don't know if you're at all an Apple guy in any way, shape, or form, Condor, in the chat, but I am just going to share some quick thoughts on Apple's Worldwide Developer Conference, which I will clip for later for my channel here. You're welcome to chime in. Yeah, I mean, so it looks like the Worldwide Developer Conference happened for macOS 27, iPadOS, etc., etc. And some features that really stood out to me as the standout features that I'm excited for is, as somebody who uses a Mac as his main work machine, as well as having an iPhone and that sort of thing, and an iPad for drawing. It looks like they're going for more of a snow leopard approach. If you're from a long time Mac user, you'll understand what I mean. But basically, They came out with OS X Leopard, I want to say, and then Snow Leopard. And Snow Leopard wasn't a whole bunch of big new features. It was just kind of, bug fixes, smoothing things out, all that sort of thing. So this seems to be what they're going with this approach, and I think that's good. I'm kind of like, I feel like a lot of big tech companies have just been like, here's more features, here's more features, here's more features, especially AI related stuff, which there was a lot of in this, don't get me wrong, rather than kind of just improving what's already there. And I think that's what most people want. We want improvements over giant feature upgrades year over year that are just kind of just there to look good, but maybe don't actually add anything to the user. But some of the features that they are adding that I am looking forward to is Windows and Android users can share into shared photo albums now on Apple, which is cool if you have, someone in your family that has an Apple device and they want to share photos with you, or you're all on a trip together and you want to be able to share into one photo album. What I'm curious about this, which obviously I don't have hands-on with it yet. I'm not installing the developer beta. I'm not a developer, and I don't have spare devices for that. So, but what I am curious about once we get to, like a public beta or that sort of thing that's a little bit safer is, will this mean that somebody, say on Linux, could also contribute photos to the photo album? Because if it says it's on Windows as well and on Android, like I'm wondering if it's more of a web-based thing where you could use it through a browser app and then on anything. So I am curious if Linux users will be able to use this as well. I'm not optimistic that they will, but I'm curious if that's going to be an option. I don't use iPhones too much. And yeah, iPhone seems to be very North American centric. They're good for what they're good for. I have a whole video on my channel about who I think Android versus iPhone is good for. The too long didn't read or too long didn't watch of that is basically, if you are highly tech savvy, iPhone can be kind of annoying sometimes. If you are fairly tech savvy but want something to set it and forget it, you actually can get a lot out of it. So a comparative thing is actually Steam Deck or Steam Machine, where it's like you're fairly tech savvy, but you kind of just want it to just do the one thing that it's for and not really get into the weeds of customization. Then iPhone can be pretty good. Another thing, as a new father, that I'm very happy to see is a lot of improvements to the parental safety controls in all of the OS updates for all of the Apple products, particularly on the iPhone, because it's a scary world out there. There's messed up people, and I think that having a bit more control, I mean, there's always going to be workarounds, unfortunately, but having a bit more control, being able to lock down like who your kids are talking to, not able to add random phone numbers and random apps without your authorization for kids under a certain age, of course, I think is very clutch, and I'm very happy. My kid is nowhere near the point of having a phone, and we're going to delay that as long as we possibly can. But when they are, this does make me a little more leaning towards wanting them to be on iPhone, where I can control those things. Not because I'm a controlling person, because I want to keep them safe, and there's a lot of weirdos out there. Let's be real. Yeah, the iPhone's closed system does make it a bit more streamlined. And I actually have, believe it or not, I have the iPhone 13 mini. I'm told the iPhone 12 mini's battery life wasn't as good as what the 13 mini is. Right now, what you're seeing me on, the camera, is the 13 mini. It is just over top my computer, clamped into it's actually a microphone stand, but clamped into a microphone stand pointed at me, and I'm using the continuity mode on my Mac to use it as a webcam, basically. But you can see it's a decent quality. Well, I mean, I guess it looks decent quality to me on OBS. I don't know how it looks to you guys over on the other end. It's probably a bit scaled down, but I love the size of it. It's perfect for a phone. If you don't want a giant computer in your pocket, perfect. In my opinion, it's the perfect size for a phone. Another thing I'm really excited about is, let me just pop this up on screen to show you guys. is that we are going to be having the iPhone sharing mode where you can share the app on your Mac screen. You can resize it now to any size. Now, I got roasted in the past saying, on Threads when I said this is silly that we can only have like two sizes, that we can see it like a big and a small size, see your phone on screen, and people are like, that's silly, you don't know anything about development, and that's why you don't understand why you shouldn't change the size or whatever. But now you can change it to any size. So who's laughing now? Ha ha ha. But no, seriously, that is really handy, because there's some apps that only work on the iPhone, not on your Mac, or be handy to just pull it up, or you just don't want to have to pull it out. Just being able to interface it on a bigger screen, especially if you're someone like me who has an iPhone mini, that's just really, really handy. Yeah, you can actually use an iPhone with a Windows laptop using the phone linked app that's on Windows 11. It's more limited than a connection with Android. Like an Android, you can pull up apps and everything like that to even view on your screen. But with an iPhone, you'll get things like text messages and notifications. And I think you can, play, pause, audio or whatever. Maybe you're listening to a podcast on your phone. You can play and pause it within the phone linked app. But beyond that, the functionality is a little bit more limited. But if that's all you're doing anyways, it's not too bad of an experience using iPhone and Windows together, especially if you use an app like Blip as well, or KDE Connect. Let me just share my screen here a little bit. So if you go scroll back in my channel here, this video right here, AirDrop on Everything, is all about AirDrop alternatives to that you can use on Windows and iPhone or Android or anything really together. So if you use Blip in particular is the one that I really like, then it will you can actually share files back and forth that way, which is really, really cool. Another new feature that they've announced at WWDC is just that they got a slider now. Let me share my screen again. They have a slider now where you can actually change the transparency, so the liquid glass, not everyone likes it. And I think this is really good. For me, I found particularly on Mac OS that when I reduced the transparency, I actually my head, my mind was feeling less fatigued at the end of the day working on it all day. There's sometimes it's just seeing too many UI elements. It's just not great on the brain. So I think that's a great feature to actually have that. Oh, this I'm really excited for too. This I was very, very, very excited to see. Hold on here. So apparently somebody installed the beta and they found that using Sidecar, that you can now, so in the past, you can use Sidecar, which is a way to use your iPad as essentially a second monitor for your Mac. And but you could only interface with any of the buttons using the Apple Pencil, which was, in my opinion, a bit bonkers. I think maybe you could use a mouse, but Apple Pencil mouse, that's it, which is just bizarre because it is a touch device, right? That's the benefit of being able to connect to it. And so now, apparently, according to this, if this is to be believed, you can actually touch screen interact then with your Mac, basically turning your Mac into a touchscreen. As a visual artist, as somebody who draws comics as well, I'll show you some of my comics here. This is game changing. This is what I've wanted for so long. If they made a touchscreen Mac, man, I would eat that up, especially if I could do the fold over 2-in-1 kind of thing. That would be great. This is some of my comic work here from a comic that I've been working on. It's sort of a detective mystery story. These are just some pages in process that you can see. You know, we can see a little bit here with my blue line pencil kind of going on. And I do this in a combination of both drawing on my iPad as well as using some software on my computer for some layouts and for the final inking. It's just a better software. But being able to run that on using my iPad just directly in that, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, would that be just absolutely amazing. I mean, I do have another video all about, you know, right here, all about how to use any desktop drawing app through your iPad, and that is using something like Sidecar, or on Windows with an iPad you can use something called Easy Canvas, and that is great. It does work well, but being able to have the Sidecar where you can actually touch screen interface with everything is just, that's going to be great. You're a tech guy, but you don't feel like a phone is a technical environment right now. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. I'd say that's probably the most mainstream technology thing. Like if we're talking computers and we talk like, hey, like I'm doing this thing like Arch by the way, and I can like, you know, configure my computer this way. People are like, oh, this guy's like real like techie, but you just say like you did something on your phone. I mean, like most people, yeah, I see where you come from on that. The last thing that I wanted to mention about WWDC that I thought was super cool. I'm a big Apple Shortcuts guy. One of my most popular videos. I'm not a giant creator by any means, but one of my most popular videos is this one here: Apple Shortcut tricks you need to try, with 10K views. Again, nothing huge if you're you know. If you're a big YouTuber, right? Which I'm not. So this is one of my most popular videos, and I did a follow-up video which didn't really get as much traction about, with this very unhinged anime-inspired thumbnail about, this was more of a how-to, how to make Apple Shortcuts. Apple Shortcuts are so clutch. I use them every single day, and to do all sorts of things. Again, you can watch those videos to see examples. But one of the really cool things, one of the challenges is that you have to watch a how-to video like the one that I made to know how to put together an Apple shortcut that could be useful for you. Whereas now, allegedly, with the Apple Intelligence, although it seems from people who've tested the beta, the Apple Intelligence is still on a wait list. So, you know, they've been singing this song of Apple Intelligence features coming that never come for a while now. So we'll see what happens. But supposedly you'll be able to, in plain language, tell your computer what shortcut you want it to create, and it'll just figure out all the particulars of the different components that need to go into the shortcut rather than you having to program it yourself, which I think is incredibly cool. And I think I would absolutely just use the daylights out of that, as they say. But those are my thoughts on the WWDC from Apple, from the new things that they've announced. What were the things that you found most interesting about the Apple WWDC and all the features that they're going to be putting out? What are you most excited for? Are you going to install the beta? Not necessarily a recommendation from me unless you're a developer, but curious if you have, if you're going to, what your experiences have been. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Emulators. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard I've been a bit nervous to use something like that, just because of the legal ambiguity of some of those. So I've shied away from them, but I know that that's a use case that a lot of people are doing. Yep, NFC for banking, camera, messenger. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Well, this has been a fun first stream, and I do thank you very much, Condor, for keeping me company here and listening to me ramble through my basically video recording that I'm going to clip later. But this has been fun, and I hope you'll join me for future ones and for future videos. And again, I do genuinely mean this. I know some people kind of just say this as like a thoughts and prayers kind of thing, but I am a person who believes in the power of prayer, and I will definitely be praying for your safety and for a quick and positive resolution to the war that's going on, because it just needs to end. So definitely praying for you, and in fact, I'm gonna do it right now. Why not? What's it gonna hurt? Yeah, look into the 13 mini. You can get them used decent prices. I don't know what the best place to do that in Ukraine is. Here in Canada, I use a place called Orchard, but it's in Toronto, so I don't. It's probably not the best option for you, but yeah. I'm just gonna say a quick prayer for you, if you don't mind, while we're here, and then I'll just close off the stream. Thank you, Heavenly Father, and I pray that you would be protecting Condor. Please bring a resolution to this war, Lord, this whole unjust situation, Lord. We know that you see Condor. We know that you see Ukraine. You know that you see everything going on, and I believe, God, that you are a God of justice, and a God of mercy, a God of hope. And I pray that you would bring that hope to Condor, to his family, and I pray for justice to be done in this war, and for peace for Ukraine. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks again for watching, and wish you well, and stay safe, and hopefully see you next time. Take care. Peace.